We fly high, no lie. You know this. Bullet.
And with all that being said, I've decided to continue my athletic and academic career at the Stanford University.
Yes, sir.
Network, it means everything to me. Back when I didn't have all these offers, maybe like one or two, he was always promoting me, trying to get me on the radar, this guy, you need to look out for him. It really means, the world to me, Big, he's been there, like I said, since I've been small, always shouting me out and, always just trying to put me on, just give me notice more than I really appreciate Big.
I mean, shoot, I was the new kid. Faison kind of was with the Ducks for a little minute. So my first year, of course, he had all the hype. He was probably by like 6'2" at 12. He was a mutant. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was a mutant. But I mean, from then you could see just the potential he had. I mean, I'm not surprised he's the number one quarterback. If you would have seen him in youth ball, you would have thought he was the number one quarterback in that class back then. So I mean, like going against him kind of like prepared you already for like what high school was. I mean, he looked like a high school quarterback around that time. So I mean, like trash talking with him. He's more quiet though. I will say that he don't talk that much trash. But I mean, like trash talking with him, going out there and hitting drills with Faison. I mean, I kind of like just builds you ready. I mean, hopefully I play against him in college. I would love it.
As y'all know, this is the Sizzling News Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, you just saw it. You know what I'm saying? This is a second part of the Just As a News podcast, man. Just As a News podcast, man. We got a special guest on today for Tell Your Story edition. Trucker Jordan, man, 2030 quarterback out of Carrolton, like that. You know what I mean? Former B2C quarterback of the year. You know what I'm saying? Award winner at the MVP camp this summer at Milton. So, now that being further said, man, we're going to bring on the young electric quarterback. What's going on, Truck? How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
I can't complain, brother. So just got out of practice. So just how did that go today, man?
Great. Love the bond with my teammates. Being a real leader on the field.
100% leader. I believe y'all already played a week 1 matchup, right?
Yes, sir. Right now, I got a growth plate fracture right now. Got a growth plate fracture in my elbow. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. How's the recovery going with that?
Great. I'm coming back stronger than ever. Ready to get back.
That's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people often underestimate the grind of football. You know what I mean? Go through ups and downs, just the grind. You know what I'm saying? Training and preparation, overcoming injuries. So before we get to that, man, just where did your love for the game start? Was it playing the game, seeing a certain player?
I think my dad really got me into 9-10 football, youth football. That's where it really started, Just love my teammates and the love for the bond of my teammates like family.
100%, man. So, like, what was one of your first earliest moments that where you knew, I think I can see myself playing this game for a long time?
I think this past year, 8th grade, we were just clicking on offense, that championship game, really like a lesson. I think that's when it's really been clicking for me.
Have you always played quarterback as well?
Yes, sir. I mean, a little fullback, 7-8, but really more quarterback.
Now I saw you got a little background running the ball, where you tuck your shoulder. I see you, brother. So just I'm saying, what type of fullback were you? Were you know what I'm saying, a short yardage guy, or did they bring you out for a little outside toss?
Nah, I'm more an inside guy, more like bigger kind of guy.
So you squat a lot?
Yes, sir. What
you squatting right now, man?
Like a little 245, not too much.
Okay. Nice time. You like 14 now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 245 and 14. That's definitely way more than what I was doing back in my day, sir. But kudos to you, brother. So I'm gonna flash you back once again. You said you started playing the game of football. You said 8 or 9 or 10 years old, somewhere around in there.
Sure.
So walk me through that first process. You first got hit. You know what I'm saying? Did you like it? It was like, I don't know. I might Mom and Dad, I might try basketball.
I didn't. When I first got hit, I didn't like it. I wanted to play basketball, but slowly 9, 10, won a couple championships. So wanted to play football. Played FBU, 10U, won a national championship there. That's when it started.
Absolutely. A lot of elite players come from the FBU ranks. Yourself, Aaron Gregory, Devin Carter. I mean, the list goes on. Bakari Hamilton. Just what does that platform do for not only just exposure, but teaching you the game early on?
Yes, sir. They teach me a lot of mechanics, on how I throw the ball, and meeting new players, new well-rounded players, talented in my class.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting to know them.
Was that your first time traveling to play ball?
Yes, sir, for sure. It was the first couple of games I was kind of shook on how big the players were at that age. But now I'm so thankful I've been doing all this training and hard work in games like this.
In your opinion, your words, man, what does it take? What does it take to, play football, play quarterback at a high level?
I would say you gotta be loud. You gotta be communicating to the offense. You gotta be a leader. You gotta take out your brothers out to lunch, breakfast, dinner. Your boys, their line. I would say leadership is the biggest part.
You said take the guys out to dinner?
Yes, I'll be taking them to Waffle House.
Okay.
We got a Waffle House up the street from Carrolton.
Big spender.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you talking about it's not too far from the Olive Garden, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On yeah.
So what's your go-to meal at Waffle House? You a patty melt guy, bowl
The
guy?
All-star special, man.
All-star special?
Yes. I love the waffles, love the hash browns. I actually like ketchup in my hash browns.
Ketchup in the hash browns?
Yes, sir.
He said if you hit that like that. No onions, just plain hash brown, no ham, no cheese.
Cheese in my eggs.
Cheese in
Yes,
your eggs,
sir.
okay.
Scrambled.
Are you a cooker?
No, sir. Nah, my mom be cooking for me after football.
100%. So it's a lot that comes with being a Carrolton Trojan. In your opinion, man, just what's the experience like for you as a Carrolton Trojan?
I love Coach King, and I love how we're really strict, on loving each other, and his motto after we break it down is love each other. And he says, what's my job? To love us. And love is a big word at Carrollton, and I feel like that's what it takes to be a Carrollton Trojan, to love each other, family, bond.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Though you are a freshman, this is the first year playing varsity ball. You've already seen a lot of high-level quarterbacks. Jude, right now you're watching Mason Holtzclaw and CJ Cypher. Just, watching the older guys take reps. You know what I'm saying? What are they kind of teaching you?
Teach me how they communicate the line, what are they reading, and the plays, and how they're reacting to the defense. I think it's just really helped me with the plays, and Coach Sheen's helped me a lot, and Coach Barge with the plays and how they're talking to the line.
100%. But you kind of are. You've been I was watching some of your highlights today. You've always, to me, have been pretty vocal at the line, though, my friend. So
yeah, I'm trying to be loud.
Absolutely, first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Along with just watching them learn the playbook, how they lead the offense. What's something else that that you're picking up from the body language and mechanics, or do you just focus on one thing at a time?
Body language, I would say, whenever they throw a pick, how they react, calm, cool and collected, bounce back, vocal to the line. And mechanics, Mason, he tucks in and runs. CJ, he's more of a passer. So just seeing the difference between the two.
What is Trucker Jordan's style as a quarterback?
I would say a playmaker. You know, when playback's down, figure out something to do. You know, not panic, not give up. You know,
Mhm.
when you're down in tough situations, pick up your guys.
Motivator. Let's see. Playmaker, but break that down a little more for me. Like, does that mean versatile, make it with your arm and your legs, or which one do you kind of defer to early,
I,
in pressure moments?
I would say more of arm. You know, kind of let it ride. You know, love like first play. You know, hit that little go ball post route. You know, let them know.
What's something first drive of the game? What's one of your favorite things to do? Is it hit that go route, hit that post slant? What's one of your go tos without revealing too much, right?
Tone setter. You know, I actually like. You know, like after we hit that go ball and like that touchdown. You know, I like to talk to the other team. Like, you know, it's coming all night.
So you talking between the lines.
Yes, sir, for sure.
You started, or you let the do you start it, or are you a finisher?
Oh, I finished it for sure.
What's a moment, you know what I'm saying, that got you going? Could have been last year, could have been, you know, regularly ball. What's one of those moments that stood out to you, like you was chirping back and forth for somebody and you know what I'm saying, you had to send them home with a long face?
You know, Lassiter game last year, you know, kind of we were down, you know, down two, almost two touchdowns probably, and I hit like a wheel route, you know, let them know out there that they're good. Lassiter's a good football program. They were tough. They
Absolutely.
came out with that win.
Just after a score, just after a big first down, or was it just
Score,
score?
touchdown.
All right. So you know what I'm saying, won the championship last year.
No,
I
actually,
think
we lost that one by 3 points.
have you gotten over that, my friend?
Yes, sir. It took me months though. Tough one.
How long before? Let's see, let me say it right. How long after? Or how long did it take for you to watch the film? Was it the next day? A couple weeks?
Oh, I was watching it right after that night. Just going over, stayed up all night, just looking at my mistakes, how we could have won that game.
What made you want to do that? You know, most people, like, I remember, I hate to keep bringing up the Falcons. I brought it up Monday. It was a lot of players that took some time for them to watch that film. You know what I'm saying? Because the loss hurt so much. So what in you made you want to go study the film, break it down, and see what you could learn from fresh off the loss?
You know, just ready for that next like it starts day one. Day one's the next day. You know, just being ready. You know, also kind of like seeing what could have happened, what I could have done better. You know, just talking to my coaches, my quarterback coach, my personal trainer, Charlie Loeb, quarterback country. You know, just talking with them on what I could be doing better.
From last year to this year, Trucker, what's your biggest improvement in your game, in your eyes?
Coach third. Been working with. I gotta work on my speed. You know, not the fastest, I would say, but working on my speed and getting faster, and being more vocal and more leadership. I would say it's the biggest thing right now.
Okay. I want to ask you before we get to Coach Third. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's the Movement Sensei. I can't remember if I'm saying that correctly, but big shout out to Coach Third for sure.
Yes,
but
sir.
in your opinion, you know what I'm saying, coming into high school, it's got to be different from leading middle schoolers, leading young men. You know, even though middle schools are on that line, but what does it take, in your opinion, to lead your group? You know what I'm saying? Is it performing on the field to build trust, or is it just coming in day one and demanding respect? If that makes sense.
I wouldn't say demanding. I would say, you know, building relationships and talking to them, getting like funny laughs, you know, really like building the bond, you know, taking them out to eat, you know, doing all the extra stuff to make it matter.
So it's the Waffle House first, then the dimes.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So back to Coach Third, man. I've been seeing you going up and under the hurdles, really unlocking the hips. What do you feel like that workout alone is just doing for your hip mobility and your speed going into this season?
Yes, sir. I feel like me, D-Mac, Grayson Wolthall, Nick Archer, after hard practices, our hips are tight. We get right with Coach Third. And also, hips are a big part of, running. Got to get, loose, ready to run.
Get loose, ready to run. So,
Sure.
if you can, put it into words, what in your feeling of just running, what's the difference when your hips are tight and when they're unlocked and loose that either generate speed or just the overall smoothness of running?
I would say when you're tight, it's harder to get out of your start. You got kind of eye. It doesn't feel 100%. It's kind of 70. But when your hips are loose, you start building up to 100%.
Okay.
And really feeling that full range.
I appreciate the insight, brother. For you, Truck, what is it? It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows, Carrolton is a good school, not only athletically but academically. You know what I'm saying? You got a full schedule, training multiple days out the week, movement, and I'm sure quarterback training as well. How do you balance everything and keep everything in order?
That's actually something I've been working on this year. I feel like the biggest thing I've been overthrowing, overthrowing football. That's how I got my injury. So I feel like balancing out the mental, the technical, physical, all of it balances out. And I've been working on that, getting with my coach Charlie, getting with AJ Barge, working with film, working with physical with Coach Third, practice. Trying to make sure every day I'm getting back to get back to the season.
Mm-hmm. How do you keep track of it? Are you write everything down, book guy? Do you have a day planner? Do you have a whiteboard?
I got a notebook.
Notebook.
I write down every day, each day.
Are you a guy that has that has mantras in your book too, like things you want to say for affirmations? Just what is your process mentally to keep yourself? You know what I'm saying? Just the belief high when those moments or of disbelief creep into your mind.
I actually have a little thing on my phone. It says each day it says a word of advice for me, and also has a Christ. Christ first has a verse of the day. Just trying to calm myself down before each day. Read my devotion. Gets me right.
Well, hey, come on, brother. We would need that verse, man. If you know about heart, then please share.
Let me get it. Wait, it might close out. I'm not sure. Isaiah 41:13.
Okay.
It is.
Okay, you got Big John Reed in here. He gave you the 2 flames up, your brother Tuck. Shout out to Big John for tuning in.
Sorry, it's not I don't know, my internet is messed up right now.
All good, brother. All
Sorry.
good, man. No worries, brother. But you said Isaiah. I know you said that. Says big. I'll end up be watching the
Isaiah
recording back.
3:13.
Isaiah 3:13.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I don't know if you heard Big John Reed was on IG Live, tapped in, gave you the 2 flames. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate John tapping in.
Sir.
Nah, John good people, man. I appreciate them for everything. What else was I gonna ask you? Something about your process again. Very detailed, keep everything.
How about everything else?
Yeah. How you balance everything, just the home life, interaction with friends, you know what I'm saying? I know you got a big family.
Yes, sir. I think I've been interacting with my new class, 2030. Um, I reclassed this past last year. Redid seventh grade again. Now I'm going to eighth grade. Just I think that has been something like I've patted myself on the back for because now I have best friends in my new class now, and I think it's just proud of myself for me. I've always been the type of guy to make new friends.
Nah, you got great personality, brother. Just off, what I'm saying? Seeing you online, what I mean? I see you fired up on the field, but, I'm saying? Real chill, very well spoken, what I mean? Got a little lingo, got a little seasoning about yourself, brother. So that's kudos to you, man. But I also want to ask you, since you brought up the reclass, just how do you feel like that in today's football world helps you? You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who have mixed emotions, mixed feelings about it. So how has it helped you? And just what's your thoughts on just people reclassing in general?
I feel like it's helped me because I always haven't been the biggest, but this year I've had a little growth spurt. But I just feel like I've always haven't been the biggest, and I've had friends do it before. I've had multiple people like FBU, multiple of like other people in the 29 class who have done it too, and I think it's just really helped if you like need an extra year for size and to get stronger and
100%.
try to be like top in that class.
Absolutely. Reclass of 2030, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know. I seen your Twitter bio, you said that you are 5'10". Is that your current height right now, or are you 6 foot, brother? You got a couple extra inches?
Oh, no, I'm not 6 foot. I would say like 5'9", 5'10", getting there. Yeah.
Okay. So it's an old saying, an old high wise tale, but I was reading this old Michael Jordan book. It's like I can't remember who wrote it, but anyway, it was like you put salt in your shoes. And I had my mom, she put salt in my shoes. I'm 6'1", so I'm not sure if it really worked for me. But did you ask your mom, am I'm hearing about the salt in the shoes thing. Just put it in when I'm asleep, so I don't really know. But
Nah, I'll definitely try that and see how tall I get.
for sure,
I've
what I'm saying?
never heard of that.
I had never heard that until I read that book. We had picked it up. I remember kindergarten back in the day. It was a book, the books, not a bookstore, but like they bring books in, kind of like a book swap meet. I know it's probably an old term, but yeah, I bought that book. So it was Michael Jordan, I could not be a big fan of Mike. But
Yeah.
as I talk about,
Got the last name too.
yeah. Saying Mike Jordan, Trucker Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's a line there. So maybe this is for you. Maybe that Jordan thing, that's probably what it is, because I wanted to be 6'3".
Yeah.
I also want to ask, man. I was calling you Tuck, like I sent you Tuck. I thought it was Tucker for the longest. Do people call you Tucker? You know what I'm saying, instead of Trucker sometimes?
Yeah. I think, like whenever I go to like restaurant fast food, I just be saying Jordan because nobody gets it right. But best of my football team is they just call me Truck.
I like that's a tough nickname, man. You got to brand that some type of way, my friend.
Yes, sir.
My Dukes and Pops bless you with that for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But I was talking about Michael Jordan as being one of my obviously everybody's one of their favorite athletes. But who's somebody in the quarterback position that you watch to monitor your game after?
Drew Brees for sure.
Yeah, I like that. 6 foot shorter quarterback. You know what I mean? The gold and black Purdue and New Orleans. Have you read his book?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay. Are you a big book reader, or you be on the games?
No, sir.
Okay, for sure. All right. So coming up. So when is the first game, brother? Who do y'all play this year?
We haven't. We've already played our first game. We played East Coweta, beating 42-0.
That's tough. If all my East Coweta guys here, man, that's something on the head top, man. We can't keep let Carrolton come to the land. I think I went to EC, right?
No. We played home
At Carrolton. Well, vice versa. We can't keep going. We can't keep letting them come to the land, and we can't keep going under Carrolton and leave with our tails tucked between our legs, fellas. So we're gonna have to get right. But when is your first game back, Truck?
That day is undetermined yet.
Okay.
the doctor, I've been talking, it's just day to day right now. Seeing when I'm back, when I'm ready to go.
You
I
seen
would say someday in September.
someday in September. Okay, that's that's right around the corner. But like I said, you seem calm. You seem, what I'm saying, not too bothered. What I'm saying, that you're missing time. You seem like you accepted and know you're coming back soon. But because I know you wanted to be out there week one with the guys. So how have you just kind of stay even keel? Like, I know my time's coming. I'm gonna stay day by day and do what I can control, what I can't control.
Yes, sir. I feel like the biggest thing is, I got great teammates around. I got great coaches. I just feel like they're helping me a lot going through this process. I've been to PT all the time. I just feel like I really haven't been bothered by this. I've been very vocal leader, still with my teammates. Still did little handoffs here and there.
Nice,
But
big.
yeah, I'm for sure missing it. I'm ready to be back.
100%, man. Like I said, like I brought up earlier, at Carrolton, you know what I mean? A lot of quarterbacks have come before you, and some in front of you right now. Just knowing that Carrolton hadn't got that state championship, I know it's a couple years away from you getting there, but just speak to that of possibly being a quarterback that gets the monkey off the school's back, and just some goals that you have when you become QB1 of the Carrolton Trojans.
Yes, sir. I feel like I'm gonna attack. That's something Coach King puts on the board before every single game. Attack. I feel like I'm gonna bring like the leadership, the more vocal guy. And definitely the Waffle House before the dimes, for sure. That'll be tough.
Right. For sure. I like that, but the Waffle House before the dimes. You know what I'm saying? Pancake syrup, old-fashioned strawberry or blueberry. But what's the biggest thing? You might have already said it, but biggest thing you learned from Coach King outside of football, just as a young man becoming a man.
I would say my faith in God. Before every single game we do devotion. Coach Ricks. It's just changed the way my love for God. In Christ. I feel like I've been reading my Bible more. Been doing devotion more, been going to church more, I think it's in Christ,
And on the field.
Yes, sir, for sure.
So and where?
On the field?
Yes, sir.
Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Like what the biggest thing you've learned from Coach King, Coach Barge, in terms of preparation on the field?
Preparation on the field, I would say, not too nervous, like situations like the interview, before this I was not nervous at all, I was ready, ready to get my word out, just not letting it get to you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You already, like I said, brother, you a star, man. You got Truck is your first name, man. Jordan your last name. You ain't got nothing to worry about, brother. You're not on you.
Sir.
You talked about, did you have anything specific that you wanted to, to get to the people, brother? It seems like you had something premeditated.
Just letting them know that I'm coming back and I'm gonna be back ready and better than ever. Promise you that.
Absolutely. You did a great job last year. I believe you had over 1,200 yards, 20 passing TDs, and you only played like 8?
Many more than that.
More than
I
that?
promise you that. Yes, sir.
How many was it last year?
Probably like 35.
35. And like 8 to 10
Played,
games, right?
12 games.
12 games. So that's about like maybe like two tugs a game, 2 passing touchdowns a game, roughly.
Yes, sir.
That's not bad. That's solid. How many rushing you think you had last year?
I gotta work on my rushing. I would probably maybe 50 yards, maybe. I need to work on my rushing for sure. Getting faster. Because high school and this speed, players are only getting bigger. So I gotta get bigger, stronger, faster.
100%, brother. I mean, you already know, man. Heart over height, man, was It's going to do you a lot of good. But before, I'm saying, we get into the second half of the last part of the questions. You've been a lot of places. We've already talked about you going to FBU. You've been in Milton for the MVP camp, made all performer honorees. But you've also been in Tennessee. You've also performed at the Under Armour camp. Being trained by some of some NFL guys, if I'm not mistaken. Just
Yes, sir.
to have such early success, man. Just did you see this coming when you were 8, 9 years old, just starting to play?
Definitely not. Just beyond blessed for the opportunities I've been given. Blessed for my dad. Getting the situations I've been in and helping me through it. But it's all been a blessing.
What's
Ready
been
for the next chapter?
What's been one of the most what's been one of your favorite moments just from traveling abroad anywhere?
Man, that's a hard question.
Give me three, and we will take some of the pressure off.
Well, I think most part was I was young. I went to a little LaDainian Thomason camp. Got a little MVP there, and at Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Like,
Wow.
I thought I was legit. Yeah, my grandpa took me there actually.
So what's the backstory? But how did you got invited? Did you have to, get submitted to compete?
No, sir. I just showed up.
Just showed up.
I saw a sign. Register right then.
I was just driving in Dallas. Oh, let's go compete.
I was like 10, 11. But that's when I played that camp. I played a little receiver because yeah, I played a little everything. But I went to UA camp. Got close to that UA All American invite game. Even coach of the UA said I was undersized. Not really what they were looking for. Even told me, just kind of motivated me to, I got it. Should I keep working? Show them even though I might not be the biggest. I can still work.
100%. Elaborate on that more, man. Like I said earlier, we all have shortcomings. We all battle up against adversity. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately for you, it's your height, which I feel like should be able to rise over that. But just how do you deal with that every day and still, shoot for the stars and one day of playing big stage on Saturday? Well, big stage on Fridays. Let's go there first. Big stage on Saturdays and ultimately on Sundays.
Just not letting it get to me. Just knowing it's not all about size. It's about your heart and how much you care for the game and what talent you put into it.
And what do you tell the younger quarterbacks that you see, mentor, that may be facing the same battles that you are? And if we don't do that in the community, just for anybody who may see this, that's similar to Chuckle Jordan, that's, 5'10", or 5'9", 5'9.5", 5'10", what would you say to them? Don't worry about what the naysayers say. It's a heart over height at the end of the day.
I would say, keep your head down, keep working, shoot for the stars, just don't stop, and believe and trust in the process,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You a 5 day a week type of guy in terms of working now, or are you 6 days, 7 days? What do you do?
At school, Carrolton, they be getting us right. We lift in the mornings every day. On Tuesday we run, but on Sundays before the week, me and my dad, we go. There's a local gym in Carrolton, and we go and get that lift in.
The One Life?
It's called Sportsplex. We know the owner there, so he be getting us right.
Exclusive. Only the finest from Mr. Jordan.
Yes, sir.
So outside of football, man, as we come to a close, as we wind down, man, what do you do outside of the game you love?
Fishing and hunting. Got a little land in Carolyn.
Okay. What's your biggest game catch?
Shot 8-pointer. I think it was last year. Shot an 8-pointer. So four on each side.
4 on each side. That's a big boy. As a buck. Got to be.
Yes, sir.
How much you weigh?
This March caught a 9-pound bass.
9 pounds. So 9-pound bass. How big was the buck?
The buck, I think he scored like 150, I think.
150. All right, brother. How long did it take you to get good? At aiming down at your sights.
I started hunting about 2 years ago, so this was my
Okay.
first big one, for sure.
You was nervous?
Yes, sir, for sure. When you started walking out there,
So how was it like? Walk me through that process. You know what I'm saying? You pull the trigger, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Life happens and some deer goes down. Just, you know what I'm saying? What are you thinking before and after?
it was me and my cut was you said Reed fired
Yeah.
this. Yeah, that's my cousin. Me and my cousin. I'm sitting on this bucket and he's sitting in the chair. My grandpa's in the chair, and that they called that buck. I was gonna shoot that one. So I had to get up, get in the seat, try to be quiet. He's walking slow, and you gotta like hurry up. So I was heart was pounding, before I pull the trigger, just take a deep breath, and, just let it go.
You supposed to hold your breath before you pull, before you squeeze, or?
Yes, sir. Let it out when you shoot.
There it is. My man's a marksman. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. So outside of fishing, outside of hunting, you know what I'm saying? Are you on the game, video games, or do you?
Oh yeah, video games with the boys, college football,
College football? That's it?
Fortnite, little Fortnite, and some COD.
Okay. So what's your role on the Fortnite? Are you the designated builder? Are you the designated shooter? What's your role?
Oh, I'll be getting all the kills.
Man of the action. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I like that, Tuck. You know what I'm saying? Not only a superstar on the field, but you a superstar, you know what I'm saying, in the game too.
I guess you can say that.
100%, man. What's some favorite dishes that mom cooks on any given day?
Our salmon, grilled salmon. That's good. Yes, sir.
What sets her salmon apart from any salmon that you've had before?
She puts this little sauce on it, and like the more sauce, the more the better.
No sweet tang, like a teriyaki kind of taste. Like break it down.
Teriyaki.
Teriyaki. Okay.
Publix.
From Publix.
Yes, sir.
Whole Foods Fresh. All right. And then just talk about you and your pops, man. Just how is just what do you enjoy the most about hanging with your pops, man?
Just his motivation. Just tells me day in and day out. What I need to work on. Helps me, takes me everywhere. Tells me where I need to go. Just helping me to where I can get to the best where I want to be. Just trusting what I want and what I think my future holds.
What would it mean to you, I'm saying, to make your dreams come true, you know what I'm saying, and make your parents proud, bro?
I think play under the Friday Night Lights starting, that's that first game feeling, that big win. I feel like that would make my parents really proud.
All right, rapid fire questions, man. I'll let you go. What's a go-to song that you're gonna put in the headphones before pregame?
Morgan Wong, 7 Summers.
Okay. What about the food? What's some snacks you're eating?
Before the game or just in general?
Let's do before.
Before the game, protein bar, if it's in the morning, maybe some scrambled eggs mom makes, but normal snack, I'm a big popcorn guy. Gotta have some buttered popcorn, man.
Big popcorn guy, protein bar guy, a lot of macros, a lot of protein. I like that. Dense carbs. What's something
and a protein shake too.
And protein. What flavor?
My dad makes it homemade. He puts a lot of protein in there. He puts a lot of all the fruits, all the vegetables.
Okay.
Get all my
What you
greens
got?
in.
Is there a specific fruit that you need? You specifically need blueberry, strawberry, banana.
All of it. I get all of it. Peanut
Okay.
butter, all the protein.
Okay. What's something trucker couldn't live without?
Couldn't live without my family.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Before we go, Troy, is it something that you want to shout out anybody? You know what I'm saying? Plug anything?
Shout out Carrolton Church and football. It's my family right there.
100%. Go Trojans, go Wolves, man. For all my UWG folk watching, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trucker Jordan, class of 2030. This is guys you need to keep your eyes on, keep your ears tuned to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Heart over height, Trucker Jordan. And what you said? Waffles. What we say? Waffles before dimes.
Waffle before dimes.
There we go, man. Appreciate you coming on, brother. Look forward to
Yes,
seeing
sir.
you. This season. Make sure you send me a schedule so I can definitely tap in with you, brother. And tell
sir.
you folks, I said thank you for letting you come on and appreciate you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Peace of love, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, man. Let me check IG. I haven't been checking. Coach Third, I appreciate you still tapping in. If you still in here, appreciate you watching. I gotta get StreamYard to connect the comments on IG, man. I mean on StreamYard and IG to talk, so I can reply to y'all comments. But yeah, like I said, man, Trucker Jordan is a baller. One of the ones to know. You can tap in with him on Twitter at. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll up. Trucker TRUCKER Jordan, no underscore, like Jordan, like Michael, and excuse me. And man, that's all I got, folks, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow on IG. Not IG, or IG, YouTube, Twitter, for the basketball podcast. Got some special guests. Got some special guests coming on tomorrow. We got Harper Reef, and I believe one more guest, but I don't want to spoil it. I want to keep the anticipations high. So thank y'all for watching, and until next time, peace and love. And I see you just tapped in. Don't go nowhere, man. Definitely follow everybody. Definitely subscribe. Bacon Network, follow on Bacon Network on IG and Twitter. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and I will see y'all tomorrow, 8:30 sharp or 8 o'clock sharp. Peace and love.